Yeah. Hair flip, yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip, yeah. Oh my god. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. Hair flipping on the toes. Hi.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to your boy, The Sean Davey Way Show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you a surviving on Tory Lanez. As of recently, we all know about this hectic trial that's been going on. And strange of a trial this is, but each day that goes by, the trial just gets more bizarre. Both of the artist's bodyguards have gone missing. Megan Thee Stallion's ex-bodyguard Justin Edison and Tory Lanez's ex-bodyguard Jaquan Smith. Jaquan Smith was in the vehicle the night of the incident between Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, and Justin Edison was text messaged from Kelsey that same night. Both of them are witnesses to what occurred. Although Justin Edison was not in the vehicle that night of the pow-powing, he met up with Tory Lanez not too soon after to come and collect some of Megan's belongings. And Tory and Justin had a certain conversation to where it seemed Tory may have confessed to Justin. So he was very important in this case, and so was Jaquan. He was there, but neither man was in court. Why? Before we get into that, let's pull everybody up to speed in what's going on. Megan Thee Stallion's ex-bodyguard, Justin Edison, missing before appearance at Tory Lanez's trial. Megan Thee Stallion's former bodyguard and a key witness in this case against Tory Lanez has vanished ahead of her appearance in court, a rep said. Justin Edison, a former member of the rapper's security squad, is slated to testify next week in the ongoing assault trial against Lanez for allegedly pow-powing Megan in the foot in 2020. But Edison's testimony appeared to be in jeopardy on Saturday. According to an attorney for Megan Thee Stallion, quote, "We recently learned that Justin Edison went missing right before he was scheduled to appear in court," the attorney Alex Spiro told TMZ Saturday. Spiro said the LAPD is currently looking into this disappearance, but a spokesperson for the department told the Post that a missing person case has not been opened on Edison. When asked if it was wrong to say the police were searching for Edison, the spokesperson said, "Yeah, because it makes him sound like he's a criminal." A source told the Shade Room that Edison's attorney hasn't heard from him since Thursday. Side note, so Justin Edison was set to testify this week that just passed on behalf of Megan Thee Stallion. With that being said, he did not appear in court. The last time his attorneys had heard from him was Thursday. It is now Sunday. The LAPD is involved, but this is not, at this moment, a missing person case, because someone that cares for Justin, that is close to Justin, would have to report him missing. An attorney or a court case is not enough because it doesn't mean that he's actually missing. He could have just not shown up to court. With that being said, you can't just say, well, he wasn't here, something happened to him, he's a missing person. People miss court all the time. So again, is he actually missing, or has he been compromised? Justin's testimony on behalf of Megan Thee Stallion is very important, and let's get into why. Megan Thee Stallion's former bodyguard is missing after failing to testify on Friday in the Tory Lanez trial on the criminal pow-powing charges, her attorney told Insider. Their quote, "I can confirm that Justin Edison, Megan's bodyguard, was set to testify in court, did not appear, and is now missing," Megan's attorney Alex Spiro told Insider. "Law enforcement is investigating the matter," he added. Edison's last post on Instagram is dated December 2nd. Besides working as a bodyguard, he is a certified physical trainer, according to his page. Details surrounding when and where he was last seen are not clear. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office has accused Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, of pawpawing Megan in the feet after a small gathering at Kylie Jenner's house during the early morning hours of July 12, 2020. The Love rapper has denied pawpawing Meg, whose real name is Megan Pete. The other two individuals present during the incident were Kelsey Harris, Megan's ex-best friend and former assistant, and Lanez driver Jaquan Smith. Prosecutors and defense team agreed that an argument ensued in the car when the group left Jenner's house, though they gave conflicting descriptions. While Edison was not present the night of the conflict, Harris texted him from the car. "Help, Tory shot Meg, 911." Prosecutors said in court this week. The day after the pawpawing, Edison went to Lanez's home to pick up Megan's belongings. Deputy District Attorney Alexander Bott said during opening statements on Monday, Bott said Edison told prosecutors that Lanez confessed to being too drunk and shooting in the air and at the ground the night of the incident. I know this is why Justin Edison is so important, because he states to the prosecutors before coming to court that Lanez admitted what he did to Megan, stated that he was too drunk and he aimed the weapon in the air and towards the ground and accidentally piled Megan in the process. So again, Justin Edison is very important. It's really eerie that Justin didn't show up because he is the second person to make prosecution look like liars. Kelsey Harris sat on the stand and made it seem as if she didn't remember what she told prosecution in September when they had a conversation with her about the alleged night. The same thing with Justin. He had a conversation with prosecution prior to coming to court and he did not show up. So this is the second time prosecution has been let down by the people that they spoke with prior, which make them seem as if they have no credibility. That's when the word compromise comes back up. It seems as if Kelsey may have allegedly been compromised by Tory and his team, and it seems the same thing with Justin. He had a relationship with both parties. He had a relationship with Kelsey and he had a relationship with Justin. Remember, Justin came to Tory's home to retrieve Megan Thee Stallion's belongings and they had a conversation during that time. They were not enemies, clearly, if they spoke to one another without conflict. But let's keep going. We will revisit Justin, but until then, let's get into Jaquan Smith, who has basically disappeared off the face of the earth. Jaquan Smith is Tory Lanez ex-bodyguard / driver the night of July 12th when this alleged incident happened in California. He came forward with a statement a few months later on October 21st, 2020 about what allegedly happened between Tory, Kelsey, and Meg that night. Let's get into it. Article from A Showbiz. The man who was with Tory, Megan, and Kelsey on the night they had an argument following a house party with Kylie Jenner speaks out on what happened 3 months after the incident. When Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion drama happened back in July following a party at Kylie Jenner's house, there was allegedly a second man in the car with them. He's Tory's bodyguard and he recently broke his silence 3 months following the incident. In a new interview, the security guard claimed Meg lied about being pow-powed by Tory. He said it was just a graze and the argument, which involved Megan's friend Kelsey, started after Tory, who got close with Megan during the lockdown, was caught hooking up with both women. Jaquan Smith's quote, "Tory and Meg get to arguing. Kylie's outside the pool still. Tory and the girl get in the car, start arguing. Meg walked out because she finds out such and such. Tory's been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that goes already. Tory got in trouble," the guard claimed. Megan hops out the car. Tory and the girl start fighting over the GUN. The GUN accidentally goes off in the midst of them fighting for it, and the GUN shoots and the bullets accidentally hits near Megan. That's why it didn't hit any tendons, because it grazed her. It didn't actually hit her. She's lying like it hit her. Shout out to World Star Hip Hop. This is the alleged bodyguard / driver speaking on the incident October 2020.
I'm outside, my weapon is in the car. Tory and Meg get to arguing. Kylie's outside at the pool still. Tory and the girl in the car start arguing. Meg walk out because she find out such and such Tory been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tory got in trouble. Meg hops out the car. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. Excuse me. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. The gun accidentally goes off in the midst of them fighting for it, and the girl shoots, and the bullet accidentally gets near Megan. That's why it didn't hit no tendon, because it grazed her. It didn't actually hit her. She's lying like it hit her.
There you have it. That is allegedly Jaquan Smith speaking on the incident that happened the night of July 12th. A lot of people confuse Jaquan for Tory's other bodyguard, which was Zaire Brown, whom took a charge for Tory because there was an unregistered weapon in the car when Tory got pulled over with Zaire Brown years prior to this incident. Let's get into Zaire really quick so that there is no confusion. Tory Lanez' ex-bodyguard took GUN charge for Lanez and left for dead. The incident with Stallion was not the first time Lanez' name has been linked with a concealed weapons charge. In March of 2016, Lane was in New York City with his team for a last-minute show booking. While in New York City, Lanez and his team were followed by the infamous Hip Hop Task Force and were caught with a weapon in the car. Tory Lanez security detail Zaire Brown took the GUN charge for Lanez. The charge would later turn into a 2-year prison sentence, according to Brown. Brown was not present when the incident between Lanez and Stallion occurred back in July. However, he shared that Tory never acted like how the media has portrayed him when he was around Lanez. Zaire Brown's quote, "Tory never acted like how the media is portraying him to act. I've never seen him do that. I've never seen him do anything physical to a woman. I've never seen that. Now an N-word, yes. I've never ever seen Tory scream at a female, even when he got into it with his personal partner. I've never seen him get mad or violent. I've never seen that part of him. He's not the arguing type. I've never seen him argue. This is from my perspective. I can't speak on nothing specific today with Megan Thee Stallion or none of that. I can't speak on that. I wasn't there. All I can do is see what's in the tabloids. I have no knowledge of that. His alter ego, Fargo. The Fargo I knew was nothing like that. He never argued. He never raised his voice. Nothing. All he say is, where are you going? He is not the type of guy to get violent at the time I knew him. At the time. Side note, so while Zaire was Tory's bodyguard, he said he never saw any of that behavior, but he can speak on what was going on today with Tory because he has not been his bodyguard since around 2016. After Zaire took the charge for Tory and went to prison for 2 years before he got his sentence, Tory was paying for his lawyers, but ended up stop paying for the representation. So Brown was left on his own to pay for what happened to him, although he took the charge for Tory. Tory never sent him a dime while he was in prison, called him, looked out for him, or anything. Basically left the man for dead. But he still says that he has no issue with Tory, and Tory is still a cool dude in his book, which is weird after taking a charge and not being able to find work as a security guard ever since he worked for Tory. So he has not been a working security guard since 2016, since he took that charge, because it is a felony and you're not allowed to have unregistered weapons as a security guard. Everything is supposed to be registered. So Tory basically ruined this man's career and partially his life with this charge and hasn't even looked back. What does that say about Tory's character? So you can't come forward, Zaire, as a credible witness for Tory's character when he completely left you for dead. Like, he's basically a horrible person, but you don't mind. weird. Fast forward to 2020, Tory has a new bodyguard and driver, which is Jaquan Brown. And while they got pulled over, there was again an unregistered weapon. This time, Tory took the charge and Jaquan did not, unlike Zaire. These same conversations were brought up in court when Tory first took the charge in 2020 for the unregistered weapon found in the car with he, Megan Thee Stallion, Kelsey, and Jaquan. So obviously that was Tory's weapon in the vehicle. It was not Kelsey's, it was not Megan's, it was not Jaquan's, because why, again, did Tory take the charge for it? Because it was his. It's that simple. This is not the first time this has happened. World Star Hip Hop's interview with Jaquan Smith seems legit to me because that person was stating the incident that happened on July 12th. Zaire Brown was the known security guard before that, not during. So the interview has nothing to do with Zaire because, again, he wasn't around, but Jaquan was. And another statement that Jaquan had given to another interviewer was the same interview that he gave to World Star Hip Hop. So I believe that that is Jaquan Smith. Jaquan Smith has not been heard or seen since October 2020, which has been over 2 years. And there is no missing persons report out for him. And it was more dire for Jaquan to testify over Justin because Jaquan was actually there. In this process, Justin did not make it to court last Friday, so missing persons reports being initiated on Justin. But again, there's no missing persons report on Jaquan, who is more dire to the prosecution. Testimony would not have helped the prosecution, so that's why I feel that they want Justin. They need Justin because he is going against Tory. Jaquan was not. Now, again, it's been over 2 years since anyone has seen or heard from this man. Some people are alleging that Tory may have bribed him or paid for him to leave the country or to relocate, blah, blah, blah. I feel that that is false. And why I feel that is false, let's journey back to Zaire Brown. Zaire Brown, Tory's ex-bodyguard, took a 2-year charge for Tory and is now out on parole. And Tory left him basically for dead. Never checked on him, never sent him any money, put any money on his books, called him, nothing. But people want us to believe that Tory basically relocated and just gave Jaquan so much money so that he didn't have to worry about this. Again, Jaquan has not been heard from in 2 years. Why would Tory relocate him 2 years prior to the trial? Now, Kelsey being compromised as of recently makes sense. Justin being compromised as of recently makes sense. But Jaquan does not. It's been 2 whole years. In my opinion, I think something may have happened to him. I think he may have been hurt, but it's just a theory. I can't prove it. Again, if you look online, you're not going to find much about Jaquan. He has no social media presence, and his family has not stated anything either. So he's just a nomad or not really close to anyone, more so of a loner, and is just out there somewhere on his own, living his life, not wanting to be involved. Or he could be deceased somewhere as far as we know. We have no idea. I hope everything is okay with Jaquan Smith. I hope his family is aware of certain things that may be going on with him. I just hope that he's all right. When it comes to Justin, it's the same thing. It is a worry to be had because as of Thursday, he spoke to his attorney and his attorney stated that Justin was in cahoots with everything, that he'd be there on Friday to testify. Friday rolls around and there's no Justin. So again, Justin could have just gotten cold feet and just didn't want to testify, got nervous, filled with anxiety because testifying, being in court can be a very nerve-wracking thing. So I get why his attorney is confused and worried because again, he was in complete cahoots. Everything was going well. As of Thursday, Friday rolls around, we don't hear from Justin. There's nothing. He just kind of disappears. So again, Justin could have just fled and not wanted to be at court, or something could have happened to him. We do not know. Let me know what you think. Do you think Justin just didn't show up? Or do you think that something happened to him? Either one is a very strong possibility. That's another reason I feel that Megan's defense team and his lawyer, Justin's lawyer, wants the LAPD involved, because this just does not make sense. He has completely been open to testifying and stating what had been told to him by Tory Lanez up until Friday. So it doesn't make sense. He didn't just disappear. He's been in constant communication with certain parties, and now those parties can't get him on the phone to answer a text message, and no one knows of his whereabouts, especially his last known whereabouts. No one knows. It's literally like he disappeared. So it's a scary thing. That's why the police are now involved. It's not much that they can do at this point until there's a certain amount of time that passes that puts him under the missing persons umbrella. But as of now, Justin Edison is considered a missing person, which if he, again, is considered missing, why is Jaquan Smith not considered a missing person either, when he has not been heard from for over 2 years? The prosecution can't even get a hold of him, and they have unlimited resources into finding people, even the support of the police department, and the police can't even find Jaquan. So if they can't find Jaquan, what do you think the percentage is of them finding Justin? He did not come to court. He is held under a subpoena to have been there, so there can be criminal charges brought up against Justin for not coming to court. This can even affect him when it comes to him being a bodyguard and him being a personal trainer. So it is very adamant that he is found. His disappearance draws too many questions and no answers. So again, what do you all think? Do you think that Justin just ran out on the trial, or do you think something more nefarious happened to him? People state bribes and he may have been compromised. The same thing with Jaquan, but it doesn't make sense, because if you think about with Kelsey, allegedly Tory may be paying for her legal team to help her with this trial. Tory did the same thing with Zaire Brown. He started off by paying for his attorneys and then kind of just left them out to dry. Is Tory doing allegedly the same thing with Kelsey, paying for her legal team until this trial is over just to leave her high and dry? Certain promises he may have promised her, will they not come true? Will Kelsey come forward and state that he did these things and had her bribed and whatnot because she didn't receive alleged payment after this trial ends? Justin is not just going to just pop up. It doesn't make sense. He can still be held in trouble for not being in court and whatnot. He can't hide his face forever. He has to show himself. But why disappear in the first place if you know that you have to show yourself? He has to show face in order to make money. So him disappearing, again, it doesn't make sense. It would make more sense that something happened to him. That is why the LAPD is now involved. I love you all. Please comment and subscribe and let me know what you think. We will be back with an update. Until that update comes, I love you all. Bye.
Hey, you just added a whole...
Yeah, I'm here too. So if you think you with the bullshit, best believe I'm with the bullshit too.
I'm about to dunk this nigga.
Justin is a psycho, dog. Justin said, bitch, you never going nowhere by yourself again.
Enjoy.